Hey everyone, it's me and Mario here today. Not joined by the sister commentator, cause today is a special day. No league matches this month, unfortunately, but don't worry, cause we still got matches up for you today. Super League and Super International Cup qualifiers, which will take them over some league games to this month, as commissioner talked about inside of the plans for matches today. But it's time now. It's the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium here in Madrid, where Manchester City and PSG meet up for match day 1 in the Super League. Of course, a special teams, of course, which will definitely be quite a few favourites to win the league, especially with some new upcomers. If you could see, Rodrigo Japal and Sergio Busquets join the Man City train for their first game of Manchester City. Of course, Rodrigo Japal was transferred a while back. Hasn't played a single game, but looks good in training. Man City will finally give him a go here, as the kickoff has now come, and PSG and Manchester City have kicked off now. And we have to say, last time they met, it was in the Champions League in match day 1. Speaking of that, match day 2 of Champions League will come next month. But remember that PSG were absolutely hammered by Man City 6-0 or 7-0. I can't remember. It was either 6 or 7-0 in the Champions League match day 1. They were absolutely battered. You do have to say Ronaldo was at Manchester City during that time, but they got Erling Haaland now. So of course Man City has got a young, talented person up front, even though they did lose Ronaldo quite months ago. Either way, and Foden takes the shot here, and there's a corner here for Manchester City. Of course, let's see how this one's going to be planned out, as Foden goes in for it, and it seems the goalkeeper, Donnarumma, will take that one. Of course, this is actually going to be PSG's first game without the trio. Neymar, Messi and Mbappe. They have not had the trio here, and of course the trio has been lost. So let's just see how PSG can handle without them, as they have Aubameyang up there. And what a goal that would have been for Foden. The dribbling was quite amusing for Phil Foden there. Would have thought that he could have got a chance to score. Erling Haaland. And of course we all know Erling Haaland. He's a goal scoring machine, as you can tell from the Premier League. And it looks like Erling Haaland's coming up. Erling Haaland! And Donnarumma saves it. The number 99 for PSG here. And Kevin De Bruyne takes this corner. And oh, what a goal that would have been from Erling Haaland. The header was quite immense. It's going to be another corner for Manchester City here. And Donnarumma is going to take that one. And of course, like he did with the first corner for Manchester City. And looks like Man City wins it back pretty fast. Erling Haaland's on the run. And it looks like the defence can't regroup back in time. Erling Haaland almost got a shot in. Not quite though. So let's see what PSG can do with the ball. The pass was not quite expected from PSG, nor was it for Man City, who gave it back right as well. And this is going to be intense, because PSG are coming forward, but not anymore. And Owen Hall's in the set piece to get that ball. Fortunately, inception. And it looks like Julian Alvarez and oh, it's going in and Aubameyang has scored. It is 1-0 to PSG. An error from Edison reads the goal for PSG. And of course, as we watch in the replay, what an error! It's not likely that you see Edison like that mess something up like this. But unfortunately, Aubameyang will get his first goal for PSG in the long run. It looks like PSG will run the lines for first half here, as it's getting close to it now. Of course, Aubameyang is the one to score. We do know his transfer from Chelsea, his first game here, and Walker's quite messed up here. It's going to be half time. PSG are in the lead, 1-0 to Paris Saint-Germain in first half. Not gonna say anything, of course, to offend Haaland. He is a goal scorer, but today it looks like the shots he took have not even seen goals. We'll have to see that in the second half, see how he can improve. And it seems by half-time, Manchester City have made the substitution. Walker is coming off for Stones. And Jordan Alvarez is in, actually. He could score the equaliser. Oh, could have been very early for Man City to get an equaliser there. Just on kick-off as well for the second half. But it's going to be the corner for Manchester City as Phil Foden comes through. And look at Phil Foden here. He's looking to set up a piece here. He's setting something up. He could be the one to score the equaliser here. Yeah. And look at that driven score from Foden. He could be the one here. And Phil Foden's gone through. And Phil Foden. No, it's not really the set piece I was hoping for Phil Foden. But of course, it is going to be the goal kick here. And Man City still trail behind. Not quite what you want to see from Man City's point of view, but it has to be expected. And there we go. And Owen Haaland's ran through. And he's done the through ball to Julian Alvarez. Could be the equaliser here. It's the equaliser. Julian Alvarez has scored it. It's 1-1. The fans are going wild. And it's 1-1 to Manchester City. Julian Alvarez. And of course, as we watch, the through ball from Owen Haaland works. Julian Alvarez has scored the equaliser, and their fans, his fans, are going absolutely mad. Now let's see what can happen next. It's 1-1 here. Everyone has gone absolute mad, and it seems today that now that people, Manchester City fans here, are now back in the things. They're back in the string of things here now that they've scored the equaliser. Let's see if Manchester City can hold things up and get the lead. Or maybe PSG will ruin their plans and once again get back into the lead as Aubameyang comes through. And what a block that was. And that's going to be an easy one for Edison. Never expected him to trip up there in the slightest. And looks like they're coming through here. Julian Alvarez again. And Julian Alvarez. The through ball is crazy. And Owen Haaland's done it! It's 2-1 to Manchester City. Owen Haaland has finally broken through. And it's 2-1. And look at this. We just gotta look at this. Owen Haaland. You never would have thought. He never wants to go one match without a goal. This man is insane. The fans are back into it now. It's 2-1 to Manchester City. The fans are going wild now. Owen Haaland scores the leading goal. Of course, PSG, they have to keep PSG off the line. And PSG will have to hope that they can get the equaliser here. But Erling Haaland might mess this up for him. Erling Haaland! It's 3-1 to Manchester City. Who would have predicted? 1-0 down in the first half. And they're 3-1 up in the second. Erling Haaland is picked up. He's picked his game back up. He's scored 2 goals now. And look at the goal. He's never messing that up. He's always going to score it. He's always going to make that challenge. And it's going to be 3-1 to Man City now. And what a goal that was from Erling Haaland. I used every single one of my vocals in my entire voice box. But it's just a mad thing to see Manchester City in the lead after the first half, which was quite disappointing. But Erling Haaland could score a hat-trick. And no hat-trick, but still got an attempt here. And it's going to be a corner. And Manchester City will make quite a few substitutions, and including PSG as well. So both teams will be making a few substitutions here. While the corner is being set up from Manchester City. Don't really see PSG getting back into this one, but we'll just have to see. Miracles can be miracles sometimes. Manchester City definitely has those miracles. So let's see. As it's the short corner for Manchester City. Phil Foden's coming through. Phil Foden! And it's the end! It's the end! PSG can't do anything now. Phil Foden scores 4-1. It's the end. PSG are humiliated once again in front of their fans. The Man City fans have humiliated PSG. And look at this. Man City, the entirety of Manchester City have once again humiliated the club and the fans of PSG. 4-1. And this is probably the end of it now. And it's 4-1 now. It's probably the end now. So maybe Manchester City will pick up their 4-1 win here. Depending what happens though. And of course that's needs clearance, and the game is full time. 4-1. Wow, what a performance. Just what a performance. Imagine being 1-0 down in the first half, then all of a sudden you're 4-1 up in the second half. I mean, come on, what a performance. And you just can't say it. Erling Haaland had a slow day in the first half, but in the second half he just exploded everyone's minds, even the PSG fans. Everyone in the stadium has been blown. What a performance from Manchester City here today at the Sergio Bernabeu Stadium.